Today was really, really hard. I think sometimes it's definitely a mental battle, it's definitely a mental struggle, but you just gotta show up for yourself, even if it's the tiniest bit. Like, even on days when you only have 10% to show up for that 10%. On days when you can only show up for 5%, show up for that 5%. Because on other days, you'll be able to show up to your full capacity. So it's just I'm just learning to be able to provide myself with that grace and take whatever I can provide in that moment at that time and take it as a win that I showed up. Like today, how I did not want to go rock climbing at all, but I knew that if I were to go, I would feel really great afterwards because the initiation is always the most difficult part. But then when I showed up, I had a great time. I was able to do level 21, which I haven't been doing. I've always stuck to 17, 16, 14, 18, 19, but I never did anything higher than that. So I was really, really happy that I was able to do that. I was able to push myself through. I did rest a lot up there when my friend was belaying me, and she was like, I'm not gonna let you down until you actually get all the way up there. And I pushed myself, and what was worse, because they were finger grips, so they were really, really, really freaking hard, and they weren't really good holds, which made me feel really scared. But I pushed and I was sweating. Oh my god, I was sweating like no tomorrow. But I did it and I was so proud. I took that as a victory. I wasn't able to do the red wall today. However, I was able to do the yellow wall, which was a 21, level 21, which honestly, I'm so proud that I did that. And it's just like taking those little wins that you are able to do, even on your worst days and on your tough days. To me, I take that as a massive win. But I wouldn't have not known that I was capable of that if I didn't show up. I just decided by, one step at a time. Atomic habits. James Clear, he said, just habit stacking. Just by putting on my gym clothes, my gym outfit, just sitting in my car, I went and got myself a nice bubble tea that rejuvenated me, that made me feel really good. Just drive to the place, and then when I drive there, I met, the attendee there, and he was absolutely like a ray of sunshine, which just slowly, when you can't find the inner strength within yourself, you can get it from exterior things. So I got it from one, getting dressed, getting in my car, giving myself a little pep talk, go and get a drink, meeting the person at the checkout, the staff, which really amplified, meeting my friend, getting a hug, even though I weren't talking about it, just their presence was enough to uplift me, their encouragement. Just those little things that you can add on, they can show up for yourself, that they can help fill up your cup when you're unable to fill up for yourself in that moment. And do what you can, show up what you can, even if it's the most minuscule thing. Just show up for that and call that as a victory. And through doing that, you start to earn self-respect for yourself. You start building that inner confidence so that when you say that you're going to do something, you show up for it, no matter how you are feeling, no matter what's going through your head, because you show up despite it, and you show up like anything that you can show up for, you show up for it. And it just builds that portfolio for yourself, that respect for yourself, for when you look back, you're like, I did that even on my worst days. I showed up, and it just builds further and further self-respect for yourself, and it increases your self-esteem, and it builds that inner trust that when you say that you're going to do something, you show up for it. So you got this. You got this. Believe in yourself, and you will. Slowly, step by step, you'll be able to do it. You got this. Let's go.